I think has been on both of our minds for quite some time now. And it's pretty much about social media and its impact on your body image. So I think we've both gone through some personal things and just realized that it impacts everyone, I think, a little bit more than we probably give it credit for. So I would probably say I got on social media, or got on Instagram 2-3 years ago. I think it was about 3 years ago, because Kristen suggested it. Because I'm not normally on social media. I think I had deleted my Facebook and everything, and then I had deleted everything. So I just got back on it, and now that we've both been on it for quite a few years, just going back and really starting to think about some of our goals this year, and just making sure that in context of everything, like how is that impacting your image. So
right. Like, so I know for me this year I created on my vision board, I actually have a section where I had this girl, and I won't say her name, but this girl from Instagram, and I'm like, you know, I want to look like that. And, you know, I've been working out and honestly sticking with my goals more than I probably ever have when it comes to working out. But at the same time, I feel like I have this unrealistic goal that is so challenging to try to meet because it's not, you know, appropriate for me. And I know we were just talking about this as to how, like, you have these goals or these dreams as to, like, oh, I want to look like this. So you start critiquing yourself and in ways that you would have never before. And we even, like, pinpointed back, like, when did we start thinking about those different things? And it was after Instagram.
Right.
So I know, like, in the world there's always been different things on television or whatever, but I think now there's just so much more access to people who you would think are just regular people, and they look perfect, and then come to find out, right, they may not be, or maybe they are, but they don't really have much other than their body to really be proud of. So we just really wanted to talk about this a little bit so that other people could have that, you know, that realization that, you know, you probably should just kind of think about it. And I know for me, after we talked, I had to unfollow a lot of people and a lot of pages, even some people that had said that they were natural, and then come to find out they're not. So I had this unrealistic goal that I could even,
based on someone else.
Right, and they're not even real.
Part of the problem is, like, what I've noticed is when you go back to, like, Facebook, it's a lot of people that you know. A lot of times when you're on Facebook, it's friends, it's family, it's, you know, people that you see on a regular basis. But when you go on Instagram, it's a bunch of people you really just don't know. And I think that it basically just opens up the floodgates for you to just pinpoint these picture perfect, you know, people to follow, when really we don't know if that's what they're like in real life, or you don't know if they're still trying to hold down a 60-70 hour a week job, plus raise kids, plus keep a home, you know, all that other type of stuff that kind of comes along with it. So you just end up beating yourself up about it.
I think another, you know, example too, I think about Joe Budden and Kaylin Garcia. He was dating Kaylin, and online they look like the perfect couple. You know, they always would post these pictures, and I remember one of my friends said, oh, he's thotting her out, and I'm like, oh, but they look happy.
Right.
You know, and then you see them now, and they're on television, and they have the most dysfunctional relationship. And I'm like, wow, you know, it just really goes to show, you hear people say it, but it's very easy to get caught up in the image that people put out there and think that it's real. So, you know, I think that's really just something to drive home and to realize is it's not always real.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing. So for me, I know I'm usually fairly private on what I post online. So I just kind of say, well, some people may choose not to post the bad things, or may choose not to air any of their dirty laundry online. So, but we just got to remember, when we're looking at it, we're looking at a filtered lifestyle. We're looking at filtered bodies. We're looking at filtered makeup and filter everything else. And I think it just gets to that point where you really just have to sit back and kind of ground yourself back in, okay, what's really important.
So any final thoughts, Latoya?
I would just say, give yourself more credit. I mean, basically the same conversation we had the other day is you have to give yourself more credit, like for the things that you've worked on, and maybe you haven't gotten to your ideal body type or your ideal whatever it is, or career-wise, or whatever the standpoint, but just give yourself credit for the work you have done, and just realize that what you see online may or may not be true. Okay, so now that we've kind of talked about body image, just stay tuned for more videos, and like, subscribe, and share.
All right.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Like, subscribe, and share.